So this is Joshua Hart from JTH Boxing, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Liam Williams. Liam, thank you for joining me today, and how are we doing?
Anytime, mate. No problem at all. My pleasure. I'm all good. I'm all good. Thank you. Just getting on with day-to-day shit. Just training hard. Kids, all the rest that comes with it. Yeah, mate. Just busy times. I'm just currently waiting on a fight date, but could be some exciting news coming soon.
So before I get started with this, I just want to quickly give a shout out to Dan Francis from Vote Boxing for allowing me to sit down and interview today. He reached out to me the other day and said, just let us know who you'd like to interview. I saw your name and I was like, I've been a fan of you for a while. Let's get this one. And here we are today, sat here conducting this interview. But without wasting any more time, let's get into this. So the first thing I want to touch on is the experience of fighting Andrade in the States. While it was a night that didn't go your way, surely it was a bit of a achievement for yourself to be able to go out there to the States and headline.
Yeah, of course. It obviously was didn't come away with the result which we planned to come away with, but it's one of those experiences at a world title shot. Again, it didn't go my way, but we've been there, we've experienced it, um, and in the near future, who knows? Maybe I'm hoping that we can get back there, and maybe next time will be a better outcome for me.
And obviously, you've lost four times in your career, and obviously, I don't want to sit here and just focus on your defeats because they're pointless. But in it's not like you've lost to poor opponents. You've lost to people who are now at the top. Obviously, two to Liam Smith, Andrade, and then Eubank Jr. Obviously, I'm sure in January when those two were going against each other, I'm sure you were getting non-stop questions about that fight. Obviously, facing both the men. Um, so, and what lessons have you learned in defeat to these top level fighters?
You just this is each fight is different, of course, but you just it just goes to show that you need to be at the top of your game to to beat these type of fighters, and not to come with any excuses and whatnot. But there's been a couple of blips in the road. Um, I haven't been 100% going into every one of them. Um, mainly the Eubank loss. That was the one which I had quite a few problems. And there's no one to blame but myself because I'm that type of person that's like I don't take talent. Somebody might say you can't fight, you shouldn't fight. And me being me, I'm just like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna go ahead with it anyway. And I can still do it. I can, but yeah, to be honest with you, man, it's just each experience is different, and it just needs you've always got things to learn, and there's always areas which you can better yourself, and that's what we're working on in the gym every day. It's just brushing up on little things and just getting better because when that time does come back around, then I'm going to be ready.
And since that defeat to Eubank, obviously you took a little bit of time off, and then you got back to winning ways towards the back end of last year at York Hall. That fight was just, getting yourself back in that mindset of winning. What can we see going into 2023 from you? What big fights are you looking at?
I don't really know. I don't really care, if I'm being honest. We just want to get names which will catapult me forward to where I need to be. Um, and I think you can expect some big performances again from me because, I'm training really well. I'm dedicated. I've got my shit together at the moment. I think we can have some big performances coming along.
Do you have any names in mind at the moment, or like you said, is it just you don't really care who it is? It's whoever pushes you in that direction.
Yeah, as I said, mate, there's no real names. There's a few obvious people there, Brits, kind of British title level or around that area now. But yeah, there's no one which I actually want. I'm just gonna just chase the fights which will put me in the right direction.
And the other day I was on Instagram and I saw a Instagram story from Vote Boxing saying that there's some big news coming soon for yourself. Can you say anything about this, or is it just we've got to sit back and wait and see what's next?
Yeah, mate, just it's it's a bit early days to be saying things because sometimes people don't like that and they get upset and they throw the toys at the pram. But yeah, it's within the next week, I imagine, we'll get we'll be able to get something out there, and people will have something to look forward to, including myself.
And in an ideal world, how many times would you like to get out this year? Would you like it to be a year of getting back to winning ways and putting yourself back in the title contention?
Yeah, I think I'd like to fight. I'd like to fight 3 times this year if possible. Um, it just depends, though, because boxing works um, in so many ways. It's like things change all the time. The situations change. So providing no injuries and we have a good little run and whatnot, I think 3 times would be ideal this year. And this time next year, potentially, probably even be back in line for another world title fight.
And Liam, finally, I'd just like to give you the chance to speak to the supporters out there who are watching and just let you have a moment.
Yeah, mate. Just not really a great deal to say, but just obviously thank you to everyone who's supported me in the past and continues to. And the journey ain't over yet. There's plenty more big nights in me, and keep following the journey. Thank you very much.
Liam, I appreciate you for coming on today. Like I said, this is an interview that really comes close to home for myself. Thank you for your time, and I'm very, very excited to see what's in store for the next year for you.
Awesome, mate. Anytime, mate. My pleasure. Take care of yourself.